Hello, welcome back to another smoky vid yet again. Now, in this video, I'm gonna give you all some tips and tricks and basically some info on how to get better, all of that. So, first of all, let's start with tip number one. So, tip number one is uh is that in ZR there's many with different weapons, right? And sometimes you just need some ammo. So did you guys know that if you pick up a different weapon of that same type, like for example I need more AK ammo, I'd pick up this and then it'd give me more AK ammo and then I can just drop that. Pretty amazing, right? So the next tip on our list is tip number two. Now, tip number two, this is gonna be more of a Gamesense guide, but so there's this thing with grenades that I like to call forcing. Now, forcing is when you're, for example, if I have like a grenade, I'd put my key, like for example, if I was maybe window fighting. So say for example that there was a guy in uh that window and he was trying to fight me, right? Like I'd go like bang, then then he'd go back, then that would be my time to strike. So basically, what that means is that I'd force him to come out of his hiding place. He'd have nowhere to run. Then, in that brief moment, I can go for a snipe, or actually just like I actually have no clue, but yeah. So a snipe. So I'd say forcing is pretty useful, especially with like windows and stuff. It's really useful, and sometimes it can even be useful for door fighting. Yeah, so basically what that means is when I'm door fighting, or that means basically I'm interfering or I'm fighting someone with a door. So I'll have a separate tutorial for that, but on my channel you can check that out. I might upload it in a couple of days, but yeah, so what that basically, a door fight basically means, um, that, you go, your opponent is on the door, on the other side of the door, I mean, and, you basically, this is basically like a pump fight. I'll explain all of this in the next video, if this makes no sense. But yeah, so basically, you throw a grenade in out of the door, and then it does damage, right? And then, say for example, in Lucky Brown building, that guy will go up to the door because you forced him with the grenade. Then what you can do is you open the door, then you shoot him with the pump and AR. So yeah, that's true. Grenades can be pretty awesome, even if they may seem annoying. Now my third tip, and my second to in my third to last tip is basically it's called something called uh comboing. So I might have to explain this in my next video, but comboing basically is a very nice fighting style. Now be aware, because there's many sweaty players on this game who use comboing. Now comboing, basically there's two types of comboing. One type of comboing is the switch comboing. that type of comboing is the most common, and I see it amongst the intermediate to high level players. But the second type of comboing is called flick comboing. Well, it's not really called flick comboing, but it's where you take your weapon, then you flick up or in whatever direction the enemy is, and if that does not land, you switch to an AR, then you shoot them like that. Then also with that, you also go to your pump. I know I didn't explain much in this video, but you go basically, you go to your pump, and then oh wait, let me demonstrate so it doesn't seem confusing for you guys. So basically what I meant to say is like flick comboing is like, let me demonstrate real quick. So say for example my opponent is at AK, right? So I thought this was okay, and then I go pow 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 like that. See, you saw that? That was a very good way of, oh, what in the holy name is this MF doing? What is bro doing, dog? I actually don't know what the heck this player is doing, but no offense, but he's kind of bad at the game. Okay, to avoid YouTube taking this down, I'm gonna keep it PG, just cause I don't want YouTube to take this down. So basically, what that means is pretty a broken way of comboing. It's what all of the high level or the most experienced players use, and they can go on this for days without getting tired. Unless, of course, you take a break from Zombs, and yeah. So, so let me demonstrate again. So imagine my opponent is on this door. Then he's walking in, right? I go pow, 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 like that. Then, that if all of those connected together, they would do, I'd say, around 100 damage. If all of those hit, of course. But if they didn't, maybe like, so for example, if the sniper didn't hit, that would only do like maybe 50 max or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, so it's pretty good if it connects, but if it does not connect, you can still do it over and over again as long as you have some ammo. Now, what I also said was the second type of comboing. It's called the switches, or the switch comboing. So the switch comboing would be like, I'll explain it more in detail later, but it would be like this. So you take your keybind for this, for a sniper or an RPG, then you go to your first slot, then it should be an AR. Then you go like this, so you press the shoot button for on your mouse with this, which for me, which is left click, right? Then on top of that, I would also press my keybind for my AR, so it would all together would look like this. You saw that, guys? So this combo is called the sniper AR combo. So let's go ahead and test that out on some enemies. So the first, so that's that. So the first, so let's try it out. Bam, 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 pow. Oh, that was a pretty bad example. Yeah, first let's heal up actually. Yeah, ignore that failed attempt, but yeah, that is gonna be my second final tip. So the last tip that I'm gonna tell you guys is always make sure, but like for example, I'm recording, right? And I have my sound turned off. As you can see, it's on mute. But if you're playing generally and like you wanna know, I'd advise that you turn your volume off and you would listen to the gunshots in the distance. So, like for example, if you wanted to know if you're in danger or not, or if there's any enemies nearby, you would hear gunshots from the distance, and that would basically mean that you would have to run. Or if you're like me and you have a very goofy nature, you'd want to run and fight that guy. And the second part about this is hearing is that you'll know if someone wants to grenade you, because that sound of the grenade slipping from your mouse, it's like like kind of like that. So you'll know if someone tries to grenade you. And also, if you can know if someone is healing or not, that means that they're low and you have a higher chance of winning, like for example this. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Uh, as again, I want to give a huge shout out to BobZR. He's honestly just an awesome dude. Yeah, make sure to check him out. I'll leave his link in the description as always. And I hope also remember I'm gonna be making a full-on tutorial video tomorrow, hopefully. And that's all for today. Please like and subscribe, and that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching. Oh my god, it's so cringe. Why am I even doing this?